or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's around 1 p.m. today. We are now flying into the beautiful island of St. Lucia. Um, well, we're on our top of descent. We're already descending. We left flight number 370, and we are descending down through to our destination of Iwanara. We left Miami about 3 hours ago or 2 hours ago, and we are inbound for St. Lucia. Right now we are passing through some pretty thick clouds. There are thunderstorms in the vicinity, and we are expected to see some clouds as we fly in, or we're expected to see some bad weather as we come in. Now that we're flying through a little bit of the clouds here, I'm going to go ahead and switch on our seatbelt signs. And I am going to go ahead and chill out here while we do this. I'm just waiting for a few things here to complete. All right, now our transition level today is 10,000 feet because that's what the transition level is here in the Caribbean. And we are just making it as smooth as possible coming in here. All right, so there we go. We busted through a few clouds here, a pretty gnarly cloud layer that was behind us. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the outside view, switch to the outside view so you guys can see that. And that's what we popped out of. That was a massive cloud layer that was just hanging around. We are in the beautiful American Airlines delivery here for the Airbus A321neo that is flying from Miami all the way down to St. Lucia today. Okay, so we're descending through 14,000 feet. We are leveling off at 2,000 feet because our approach today is going to be at 1,800 feet for the initial fix. We already had our barrel or a minimum setup. If you guys did watch the stream, you will know that I am always a big fan of ensuring that you are ahead of your aircraft at all times, so you do not want to be behind the aircraft while flying them. So you don't want to be scrambling to do a lot of different things here and there. And they are just going to go ahead and do all our calculations and everything. We're all set in terms of our calculation. I did not do our landing calculation here, or landing information, because for me, I believe that we should be okay in terms of our landing. But for the sake of professionalism, I'm going to go ahead and set up our approach with you guys today here. There we go. Alright, so let's check our slope. Here we got it 0.33 slope. Zero. Oh, you should be crossing 10,000 feet in a second. Yeah, we got 900 feet for that 10,000 feet to hit. And our landing distance available, we do got at least 2,694 meters. It's 9,000 feet long. All right, so landing distance available, 9,000. And our approach speed today, there you go. Let's go ahead and switch our landing lights on and our turn off. So we got our approach lights and everything set up. We are just going through some clouds here. There are some gnarly cloud layers, and again, we do have some weather around here. Right now in Dominica, we do have a light amount of rain, but it's not as significant as out here in St. Lucia. So let me just go ahead and continue setting up. We are descending through our altitude here. So I'm going to go ahead and reset. it is relatively interesting. Our I think it's still 2983. Wow. Okay. Now our approach speed, you can get it from here. I do apologize if you guys see a little bit of slowing down and so on. Our approach speed 133 knots. Really slow today. And our runway headed today, I'm going to take that from our Avia planner. That's 105 degrees. And then we are going to go ahead and take a look at our elevation. So the threshold is about 10 feet actually. Right, so let's calculate, and there we go. So if we use medium, we're going to be using medium auto brake today, so we can get the most landing distance available here. So we're going to go ahead and switch that over to medium. We are going to be doing a manual landing today. It's not going to be any auto land because we do not have an ILS on that airport. And let's just zoom in a little bit here so that we can see now what our altitude is. This weather out here today. So it is going to be an interesting approach for and landing. And we are below 250 knots at 10,000. So we're good. There you go. We do have a little bit of lightning going on across here. Seatbelt signs are on, which is perfect. Our landing gear, everything looks good. Alright, so for now, I'm just going to go ahead and arm our speed brake here today. We are flying on VATSIM, so if you guys do look on VATSIM, look around the Caribbean, you should see me flying down to UNR, which is Tango Lima, Papa Lima. So now and then I will go ahead and make my radio calls whenever I need to. However, we are pretty much alone up here or down here in St. Lucia. There are no other aircrafts about to land, and it's pretty much cleared out coming into St. Lucia. Look at that, we just popped through a nice little hole in the cloud here. We're just flying in pretty sweet and slow. Alright, so for now, we do have the weather is pretty gnarly here. However, we are not experiencing any form of how would I say it, icing or anything like that, so we're all good. Okay, so I already see the airport all the way out there. I already see the airport all the way out there. You can see the light which is flashing here for a second. And there it is. Just a little dot just popping in. So we do have the runway in sight all the way out here. More than at least 20 miles away. I'm so sorry. We do have trucks passing by, so there's going to be a little bit of noise. So again, if you guys do hear any loud horns or anything blowing by, that's basically, you know, the trucks that are actually rebuilding our new international airport here in Dominica. They are in the process of getting that done, and we do have some pretty heavy trucks passing by. So you will hear them now and then. They are carrying load from certain areas to go fill up the areas for them to create the runway at this time. So in front of my house, again, I live right next to the road, so and it's in a pretty bad corner or a blind corner, so to speak. So most times they will be blowing their horns. Some do, some don't. That's just fact of living in the Caribbean. You will have times when they will, you know, blow a horn or two, just to let you know. All right, so we are now at 3,000 feet. We're gonna go ahead into deceleration. This is our altitude constraint right now. There we go. All right. We cannot activate our approach because this is gonna be a different type of approach here. Alright, so we're gonna go through. Alright, we're going for some rear flaps. I'm going to continue doing an open descent right now, because we do need to descend. We're about 700 feet above the where we want to be. Alright, so we're getting the second degree of flaps, and we're getting our gear down. Alright. We do have our lateral deviation engaged right now, so we can see
2,500.
Alright. Doing our traffic, American 20, 559, we are on approach to runway 10. Right, so our flaps full right now, so our landing checklist, landing gears down along, 3 greens, flaps set full, landing memo, okay, we have no landing yet. Alright, so we don't see any blue, but we are still in the process of landing.
2,000.
Spoilers are armed. So we are going to go ahead and deactivate our, we're going to get off our autopilot. Let's check, go ahead and check our cabin. Alright, landing memo, landing no blue. Alright, autopilot off. Alright, so we're in a nice stable descent right now into the airport. Looks pretty cool to camp down here today. We are properly doing our descent here today. I'm not doing anything else but making slight adjustments to my pitch and my I'm not doing any adjustment to my roll here. That's because we are properly monitored by the aircraft here, and it is showing that we should where we should be at. So it's trimming out and everything, keeping us right on our glide profile here. We have got to also remember that the Airbus 100 series or the A320 series, when you get off or when you get near to the runway, it will start trimming down, or you're trimming your nose down so that you are able, so you will feel, and then you will be able to start pulling back on the stick for that flare. So right about your flare, you should see that starting to roll you back
100 above.
Down. All right, it's beautiful. Weather is beautiful here today.
Minimum.
Continue. 2985, we're checked, we're all good. Was expecting a little bit of rain, but it It's all good.
500.
UNR traffic, American 2295, we're landing runway 10, UNR.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5,
And we're on the ground here in UNR. We stopped a lot quicker than I would have expected. UNR traffic, American 2295, we're clear of the runway at Bravo. Alright, so now that we're off the runway, we are going to go ahead and pass our area here. There we go. Let's go ahead and get our parking brake set. Let me just go ahead and call G6 up here. See if we can get our parking to the gate. Let's go, gate 4. Show me the spot. Activated. Okay, so it's all the way over there. Alright, so our spoilers can go this arm. So let's go ahead and turn off our landing lights. Let's go ahead and switch on our taxi lights here in our APU. Alright, so let me just go ahead and taxi on up to our gate here right now. Alright, so I just had a slight distraction here at my office, so I'm just going to go ahead and taxi out now. Our gate is somewhere over that way, which we are going to go ahead and taxi into right now. I felt it was a pretty smooth landing, but knowing smart cards, they are going to tell me that I landed a little bit heavier than what I'm seeing or what I saw. And yep, we overturned that in classic fly-by-wire fashion. Alright, so they need to fix these on the runway. Some Caribbean airports do have this. So I need them to show me where this is again. There we go. Ah, we're coming straight into it. Hello, trees. Alright, so let's slow down while we come into this parking. And while we get in there, go ahead and get our landing lights and our turn offs off. Alright, we are slowly making our way in. We just gotta roll a little bit to the right. Gotta move nice and slow. Don't. Nice. Nice. Oh. we are way too close. That's interesting. Okay, well, we're all good. All right, so we are parked a bit too far ahead. Stop is right there, but they told me stop all the way back there, which is very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and cut our engine here today. Yeah, they're gonna tell me I parked a bit too far. There we go. Let's go ahead and request our GPU here from GSX. Let's go ahead and get a beacon lights off, and our APU, let's go ahead and give our passengers their oxygen that they need. Switch out seatbelt signs off, and let's go ahead and request the boarding right now. Go ahead and check. GSX battery is already charging. There we go. So we have external power on, so we're going to go ahead and turn off our APU power. And let's get our radars off right now. Let's get our forward and our aft doors open. And there we go. Yeah, they stopped me a little bit way too soon. We're supposed to be pulled up here. I'm gonna have to upgrade this or change some things here.
Passengers bus is coming.
We're perfect.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Alright, so that's interesting. We had there's some serious weather out there. Alright, so we're all done. I'm just gonna go ahead and send the information out to send it out to American. So we did 3 hours and 22 minutes of flight and a landing rate of 172 feet per minute. That was a 4-degree pitch up with a minus 1 degree bank, so that means we were banking to our left, slightly to our left, so to speak, and we landed in 715 meters, so it was pretty good. Alrighty, so guys, I'm just going to go ahead now and end the stream right here. It was going to be one of our flights for American Airlines today. I hope whoever did come in, can look at the stream. You guys did enjoy the landing and also the approach. It was a beautiful approach. You can go back and take a look at the flight with the stream. It's still going to be up. So I hope you guys have an awesome